Hey everybody, it's the Run. Welcome back to Tyranny. Right. I did a slight amount of shopping, reorganizing of equipment, materials, so on and so forth off camera, and now I need to go find the Vulcan Scarlet Chorus camp because I don't know if that's going to like point me to it or not. I don't know if it's outside this area or what, but in any case, it looks like Verse has something to say because the little icon here is glowing. I think that's what that means anyway. How did you do that? Verse looks at you with a quizzical expression. Do what? Back in the Archon's ward tent, you cast an edict as casually as reading a supply shipment. How did you do that? Well, I've done it. I was like, well, done it before, or I don't want you to discuss it. No, let's be open. Well, I've done it before. Don't I look stupid? You were the one who cast the Edict of Storms on Stalwart, didn't you? The one that tore the battlefield apart with the cyclone of Kyrus' anger. Conquest. That was me, alright. Or I can just nod silently. I mean... just nod silently. Well, call me impressed. Considering that you've read the words of Kyrus more than once, I'm surprised you're even alive to tell of it. Your vocal cord should have been turned to ash by now. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable, it's just worth recognizing that what you've done. Not only are you Tunon's Fatebinder, you're the mouthpiece of the Overlord. Gives me plenty of reason to stick around. You're going places, and I want to see where they lead. If you say so. Do I have questions for you?
What do you need?
Are you a spy? Tell us about yourself. Tell me the Scarlet Chorus. I was in disfavored. These are Kyrus authority. Find the Scarlet Chorus, carried a duel. Oh, interesting. I guess I'll with the very first one. Verse regards you with an unreadable expression. Her mismatched eyes look at each of yours in turn. Oh. I mean, does it even matter? You have to decide for yourself whether or not I'm worth trusting. It's keeping me along with the rest, and I'll spill the occasional word about what you ate for breakfast. What are your thoughts on the disfavored? A warren of self-entitled children so wound up in delusions of honor they're likely to hang themselves by their own high standards. I wish they had stayed in the Northern Empire where they belonged. Then we could get some real work done in the tiers. What do you think of Graven Ash? I've seen enough of that high-minded braggart to know that he's all duty. Nothing but a charismatic, broad-shouldered scarecrow. He calls himself the Archon of War, though by the way he stalls his forces waiting for a better strategy to present itself, you would think he's afraid of battle. Well, if he's the Archon of War, perhaps he's more the tactical variety, more of a Mars as opposed to an Ares. Ares being, of course, the Greeks, a god of basically destruction, desolation, someone you want to keep at bay, as opposed to the Romans, who saw Mars as being more of a god of tactical warfare, someone who fought, well, or a god who fought for the Romans, as opposed to just causing bloodshed wherever he went. Oh, here we go. Watch your words. I would not hear of you talking to the Archon this way. A growl ripples through Barrack's armor, accompanied by the sound of bending metal. Was I even talking to you, Junkyard? And no, I will not. You would think that someone more deserving would take Ash's mantle from him, but the disfavored had this cult personality built around their great general. In their eyes, he can do no wrong. What about Ash's connection to his troops? Graven Ash protects. His soldiers keep harping on those words like they mean something. I don't deny the disfavored can take a few extra lumps in the battlefield, but that only speaks to their thick-headedness. If anything, it's only true because his soldiers place that much trust in it. I've seen the power of suggestion do stranger things to people. Stranger than heal battlefield wounds? I don't think so. Suit yourself. I'm just putting it out there, and I don't see you coming up with any great explanation for a soldier who bounces back from a killing wound. Who would you see take Ash's place? I would rather let the disfavored sort out among themselves. Graven Ash is this aging figurehead of what should be a constantly changing role. The right soldier needs to grow a pair and kill the old man, kick his cane out from under him, remind the Legion what strength looks like. The voices of Neurot changes. He's a multifaceted gem, and the Scarlet Chorus is a reflection of that beauty. If someone could rise up and strike down the voices, any of us would follow them in a heartbeat. I suppose you have a better idea how to handle the disfavored forces? Of course I do. First, I'd stop babying the troops. Pain is a lesson best learned early. I'd conscript from the locals to bolster the front lines, because why waste your elite on the vanguard? Then I'd leave any misplaced ethics back in the Northern Empire. They're not helping Kairos' campaign anyway, so fuck them. You take everything that makes them strong, or actually make them one of the Scarlet Chorus. They're different from the Scarlet Chorus, which is while that does obviously lead to some conflict of interest and methods. For some reason, I couldn't remember how to say that word. It also, provides some kind of it provides variety, a differentiation of tactics. You have different groups better versed to different kinds of warfare. The Legion is far more methodical. It's an iron bulkhead. It slams into its enemies and can take a hit. The Chorus is far more chaotic and wild. I'd see them more as skirmishers or well, not so much skirmishers, but berserkers almost, maybe. You send them in and they just tear through the enemy. Then they're best relying on their speed and numbers, as opposed to, any kind of real tactical superiority. But, not saying they don't use tactics, and that's not what I'm implying, but that these two forces working together is better than them having a large force with with very little differentiation in how each one of them fights. When you have variety, you can hit your enemy in multiple ways and have contingencies that may be lacking in a force that's more homogenized. So yeah, I think you take away everything that makes them strong. You've gained fear. Huh. It's a damn fine alternative from where I'm standing. If all that strength couldn't end a siege, what good is to anyone? Would that be so wrong? The Chorus is accountable for itself in ways that disfavored aren't. Our weak die and the strong fight to keep their rank. So you're more like you're more like a very loosely knit tribe as opposed to an actual army. An actual military force. Which, like I said, works in your case, but it's not a perfect system. The disfavored promote their waning bloodline and discipline any soldier with the audacity to show their teeth. Though they never admit it, the disfavored need the Chorus to show them the way. Or just to provide a different, another viewpoint, I suppose. Alright, sure. That went well. Right, 8 days. Shit. Okay, where exactly is the Scarlet Chorus camp? Shit, nope. Can I? Oh, okay, I can't. Okay, here's the Scarlet Chorus camp. It's an hour away. The Scarlet Chorus have taken residence within the decayed walls of an old fortress. It is currently the base of operation for the Voices of Neurot's campaign in the valley. We also have Echo Call Crossing, and over here the Northern Clearing. Apex's forests give way to the rockier terrain as one approaches the eastern mountains. Disfavored Earthshakers reportedly travel to this location and may still be present. Okay, 12 hours. Probably we'll take care of that later. And Echo Call Crossing, we'll go there probably after the Scarlet Chorus camp, since it's on the way anyway, and I do have to, one of my primary quests leads me here. Take you 1 hour and 30 minutes to complete your journey, yeah. Oh, your path is blocked by a small group of Vendrian Guard. You can go no further to deal with them. Great. Shh, I smell shitheads.
That's far enough, Fatefinder.
What is with your hair? Ebb. A woman's voice booms from atop a nearby outcropping. Flashes of aquamarine body paint peek out from under her loose-fitting traveler's garb. In other words, lots of unprotected skin to stab. You're not exactly dressed for success there, bitch. And her outfit is festooned in braids and knots of sailor's line. Interesting. Flanked on either side by warriors dressed in Vendrian Guard regalia, the woman leans on an elaborate bladed staff pulsing with arcane energy. A swath of blue fabric rests draped over her arm. Right, okay, so aquamarine body paint. The blue body pigment bladed staff and complex bittered attire are the traditional trappings of the School of Tides. Okay, so yeah, fishing. I assume like the fishing line, someone would insinuated some kind of attachment to the sea or some kind of seafaring, trait. But according to Fatebinder Regalis, the majority of the school fled before the coming of Kairos. The remainder were last seen during the first campaign in Vendrian's Well. The School of Tides traditionally studies the magic of water and grave light, the art of directing the moon's arcane light into baleful, searing energy. That sounds cool. Is that the same thing? Oh no. The blue flag is a symbol of diplomacy and truce recognized across most of the known world, and there is a custom in the Tearsmen hold dear. To harm another person under the auspices of a blue flag is a grave offense. In both the Tears and in Kairos' empire, the customary punishment is death. My question is, are you wearing that to try and hide behind it, or are you wearing that sincerely? That's what I'm wondering here. Are you being a cunning little coward, or...
I owe you an apology, Peacebinder, for we have dishonored the surrender that you offered us in our year of defeat. I cannot excuse or defend our action. I leave that to history.
Oh!
But all the same, I am deeply indebted to you for treating my Tearsmen with charity and humanity, even in this time of madness.
Well, maybe you are reasonable.
In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I offer and request a delay of blade. There are matters we must discuss without fear of reprisal.
The woman bows deeply, lowering her head in a practiced display of etiquette. The warriors by her remain in a steady stance, their nerves clearly on edge. Okay, in accordance with ancient customs, I abide this truce. You have me at a disadvantage. I can glare silently again. You would detain a fate binder of the Archon of Justice. Otherwise, draw your weapon and run while you can. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try to be. She's being civil. I will return the favor. Okay, she has expressed regret, and I can admire that. In accordance with ancient customs of North and South, I abide by this truce.
As is our custom, we are ready to kill to defend our lands, but we kill only in fair battle. We don't slay our prisoners. We know this isn't Kairos' way, but we must have hope.
Okay.
A few of my kin have gone missing, and though they may have perished, I have to inquire on the off chance they still live. If Captain Tarkus Deimos still lives, we would negotiate for his release.
Who? Tarkus Deimos. Wait a minute, isn't the guy who fought back in the... Deimos. Yeah, isn't the guy who fought back in the tutorial? You recall that the name as belonging to one of the Vendrian Guard leaders to have assaulted Edgering Ruins, though you have no recollections to exact fate. Okay. I can lie that he's dead, or he's the chorus, or the Edgering Ruins. So that name means nothing to me, assuming he's a prisoner. What would you offer in exchange? I will not negotiate with Oathbreakers. Assuming he's our prisoner, what would you offer in exchange? Okay, that's probably the most diplomatic response here.
We would offer you 5 choirmen that got lost on patrol.
Oh.
They're healthy. Got all their limbs, too.
Ooh, extra bonus. That's
not
kind of
have us
redundant.
barter with Oathbreakers. Certainly not for anything less than disfavored lives.
The choirsmen are also... Oh, they may not be part of your army, but they're part of one of Kairos's. Shut the fuck up and eat the whole.
You say there's something worth less than a disfavored life. Call me intrigued.
Oh god, shut the Stop fighting! Okay, sorry, that name means... I'm not gonna lie, but I would like to negotiate, but sorry, that name means nothing to me. I don't know.
No, I'm sorry. I'm asking about one man out of thousands that have been slain by Kairos' forces. It's not like I remember the name of all your friends that I've killed. If I may make one more inquiry, what of Palox Tyrell? Did he survive?
Is he the guy who was... Yeah, okay, yeah. She's asking about the Vendrian Guard warrior that took Drastus hostage to the Edgering Ruin. Palox Tyrell is dead. She nods, slowly saying nothing for a long moment. I mean, it was him or a disfavored soldier. I'm sure if you were in my position, and if it was one of my people holding one of yours at blade point, you would have tried to kill the soldier from my side too.
My apologies, Fatebinder. I had a terrible feeling this errand was in vain from the start.
Well, considering you were being polite, I was actually hoping I could have come to some sort of amicable agreement regarding the first guy, but I don't know what happened to him.
I had no expectations that our friends could be saved, as I'm sure the time for swapping prisoners is long gone. But at least I know of what became of them. That'll have to be enough.
Right, let's just be respectful and move on. We literally are on a time limit here. Sorry you did not find what you were seeking.
Then all that remains is for me to thank you for hearing me out. In accordance with our ancient customs north and south, let us part with peaceful accord.
She bows curtly, never letting her eyes leave yours, before turning to leave. A moment later, the bodyguards turn to follow.
I'm about to say something really cool.
I doubt that. Are you two gonna throw a fit about this? Uh-oh. Drumatol. Word has reached this court that you have issued the Overlord's edict to the Archons of War and Secrets. I know that we understand fully the weight of this burden and appreciate the loyalty you show in its declaration. Provided you survive this span, your service will be duly recognized. As you navigate the idiosyncrasies and mutual antipathy of our Overlord's War Masters, remember that Kairos watches all with interest. Those who distinguish themselves, whether Fatebinder or Archon, have the opportunity to rise in the Overlord's esteem. Even now, the northern courts whisper that the more successful of the two Archons will be granted rule over the whole of the peninsula. Similarly, your fortunes rest upon the decisions you make. Choose wisely. Tunon the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice. Let's thank him for the advice. Oh, okay, so I can actually see what lesson what I would be reading. Sending back, I mean. Archon Tunon, allow me to express my deep appreciation of this opportunity. Few in the Empire have the honor of treating with Archons, and fewer still of reading the empowered words of the Overlord. I endeavor always to emulate your exemplary foresight and judgment. I remain in all things your faithful servant, Fatebinder Jura Matol. Send it back. Correspondence course. Cool! Go ahead. Okay, is there anything around here, actually? What the hell? The fuck? It just... whatever. Okay, so let's move around. That's an exit point. Anything up here? Exit point. Exit point. Can I actually get up here? Looks like maybe from here, yeah. Okay. But so what the hell is this? I don't know. Okay, so these are all exit points. I'm assuming that they don't matter, like they each all do the same, or do they differentiate and where they go? Let's see. No. Okay. No. Alright, 45 minutes away. Yeah, okay. Quick save that we're here. Just in case the game, like, breaks or something. Which may happen. Okay, another step of putting your foot to the dirt. What the hell's going on here? Ah, boy. Quiet Shiv. It proves everything. The warrior slams her fists together in a resounding clap. Like, for instance, whether you're fit to lead that flock of children. Behind her, the members of her gang posture with weapons held at the ready. Silvershank. Are you all named after blades? Did you not hear the news of the edict? This is a foolish distraction. We ought to be saving our fight for the enemy. Smart man. The chorus warrior looks to his gang, giving them a quick nod. What's the problem here? Let's just I want some clarification. And besides, we better to announce ourselves first and appear unbiased before moving inwards. What's the problem here? No problem here, Madam Binder. She tosses her blade in the air, catching it with a smile on the way down. Captain Fuckwit here seems he's about to balk from this challenge. Thinks just because he used to run a ship, he's qualified to run a gang. She spits on the ground, looking up with a scowl. So I'm calling him out, because the way I see it, his warriors ought to follow me, not this new blood. Captain Fuckwit was my Captain Fuckwit was my father. Fuckwit will do just fine. I like you more than I did before. The warrior points to the opposing gang. If we have to prove our strength, we'll do so happily, but I'll have your hands and feet removed and the rest of you can kept for my own use. Damn! You motherfuckers are brutal. Care to wager on this fight? I enjoy a good bloodbath. This is foolish. Try this at once. Excuse me? She whines, rise in shock. This is our way, Fatebinder, and you have no right to stop us. We're not harming anyone else at the chorus. I don't know who you are, but I don't need your help. He looks back at his gang. I think we're gonna handle ourselves just fine. Okay, you're all idiots. Bickering amongst yourselves constitutes the war effort as a whole. It does affect others at the chorus. Fun, but that would probably hurt my reputation with them. Maybe, I don't know. I'm interfering, and that would probably be what really... Because apparently they don't give a fuck about beating up their own, and it's not too much, so... I think it'd be more the fact that I'm an interloper. I'm tempted to just walk away and say, fuck it, you can kill yourselves if you want, fine. If you're that determined to die, maybe we don't need you actually fighting the enemy. Even if it would be better used to, as you said earlier, to save your energy for the... Oh, just fuck it. I'm leaving. Piss off. Well, that went well. Scarlet Notebook. A red spiral is carved upon the wooden cover of this papyrus notebook. The handwriting within is haphazard and inscrutable, the work of an unpracticed, poorly trained wordcaster. A few entries contain recognizable sentences, and the book appears to be the journal of a Scarlet Chorus commander detailing troop movements. Times and locations are noted alongside numbers and pictures of trees, stick figures, and rocks. The author either didn't know the words for lumber and people, or just felt more comfortable with pictures and words. While much of the journal is inscrutable, the corner of every page has a day's head count for the author's brigade. While some days note dozens of losses, the brigade appears to be recruiting far faster than its members are dying or deserting. Huh. Horde boots. Superior in terms of light armor capabilities, but not in terms of actual defense. I'll take it all regardless. You chose your path, and it went poorly. Anything done here out of curiosity? What's this? Shattered Iron Spalder. The shattered remains of a shoulder armor worn by one of the Horde. This spalder can be sold. Oh, cool. Got a broken helmet earlier and sold that. Oh, corpses. Hello.
Hold on. I'm about to say something really cool.
Then do it. The soldier nods at you. Okay, what about you? Oh. The guard places her hands by her belt as you approach, gripping the hilt of a blade. Past this point is chorus territory, and you don't look like someone's conscript. You sure you're in the right place? I am Jor Matul, Fatebinder Tunon. I'm here to help vanquish the Oathbreakers. You know, I think I was told to expect somebody, but you seem too ugly to be her. Her lips crumple to a smirk. Why exactly should I let you in? You dolt, this is the Fatebinder. She's been with us since the Gates of Judgment. Fucking new fish. Start learning the names and faces or find work as someone's moving target. Oh yeah, okay. The guard shakes her head, blushing with embarrassment. I'm terribly sorry. Now please, come right in. Hey, at least one of you's smart. What the hell? This looks like it's gonna be an option for something. A scroll sits here glowing with mystical energy. Okay then. Maybe if I was a mage, I would know what that meant. Anything going around in here? What about you? Death Knell. I like your name. You? As much an accusation as a question, the broad-shouldered woman shakes her head with a scowl. So, you're Tunon's Fatebinder. I was expecting something more impressive. Why do people always say that? It does not make you sound cool. It just makes it sound like you're following the trend. Trying too hard. There you go. She bows in spite of her misgivings. Death knell, Scarlet Fury. My time is yours for as long as it amuses me. Uh-huh. The fighter effortlessly spins the bronze sword about in her hand. You are impressing nobody. Let's get one thing clear. Stick to your words and law. Leave the fighting to the grown adults. Your corpse would be just a tripping hazard to those of us having a proper bit of carnage sport. We've got enough useless twats dying for our name as it is. All our Horde recruits seem good for of late. All our Horde recruits seem good for of late is piling in a shit-reeking mound on the battlefield. She hums low to herself and flips her sword side to side with several deft flicks of her wrist. Keeps up, we'll have to toughen our recruitment standards. Again. Now, what did you need? Horde thinning, what are you expecting? Insult me again, I'll bury that blade in your belly before you can scream. What do you know with the Scarlet Chorus roll? Husband trying to treat you so far. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Maybe, don't care. Okay. Swelling until it's thundering and crashing and receding. It's been the way of the chorus for as long as I've been in it. She offers a one-shouldered shrug, ambivalent if anything, but more than likely just uncaring. We take our prisoners alive, give them a chance yet to live, to be reborn into something better. Putting any and every able body to the sword like the disfavored to do is nothing but a waste. A conquered enemy is but a new ally. It merely requires the proper coercion. Of course, we do sometimes have the problem of lingering loyalties. Deserters are rarely successful in their escape, but they do try. The Venduan Guard, strengthened by their numerous blood ties, have been particularly stubborn, so I have a better plan hatched. And what might that be? I'm thinking we redouble our efforts to recruit settlers, focusing on the unaligned and unsuspecting, instead of flushing ourselves to the gills of the Oathbreakers claimed from the battlefield. How exactly do you plan to convince them? I think I have an idea. Yeah, well, a knife point has sufficed in the past, but you've inspired me to try a more diplomatic approach this day. What do you say, Binder? You might be able to ease them into the idea and save the lives of their friends and neighbors in the process. Uh-huh. If it means expediting the end of this meandering conflict, so be it. Sure. Oh, cool. The Fury howls a satisfied laugh and smacks you down in the back. Don't touch me. My methods are surefire. You'll see. I'll mark the settlement on your map. She grins, biting her bottom lip bloodied. Okay. I can't wait to see the outcome of your efforts. Yeah, whatever. New quest. Shovel the remote settlement. Filthy mongrels. If you're talking to me, I will hurt you. How does he drop anchor if he can't hit
See that?
Oh. Damn it! Salvaris. Hail, Fatebinder of Tunam! The disfavored officer pounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest and is stiff at warm greeting. Were I a betting or superstitious man, I'd say fortune must favor me today. I am not. You are very stiff, though, in terms of your conduct. But I'm pleased to meet you all the same. Now, what brings you to my little slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as... He spreads his thickly gloved hands wide. This here mud and shit-stinking chorus camp. Hey, like to report, soldier? Maybe you noticed something unusual during your time here. Why are you stationed for the chorus? Yes, it's a punishment to your side of this detail. It probably is. Our lives are at risk, and even then you can't go with the chorus. Farewell. Have anything to report, soldier? He casts his head to one side, taken aback. What about the chorus isn't unusual? The army itself is a strange, malnourished beast. But no, the screamers seem mostly in order. Screamers. Ma'am, and I haven't been spying, if that's what you're implying, ma'am. Still as a post, he studies you sharply, scarcely appearing to breathe. Of course, even if I was, it'd be damn near impossible to learn anything from this shit sty. Fifth eye on those damn Furies don't even loop me in enough for me to do my detail. And not for lack of trying on my part. What do you mean? I was being tactful, I thought. Okay, fine, I guess maybe not. I'm not just here to keep a steady eye on the Oathbreakers, who they give far too much freedom after conscripting. Probably true. I'm here to be your resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insight regarding proper stratagem and request a stock of troops from Iron Marshal Arinios for reinforcements if needed, but they won't listen to me, nor confide in me, nor fight beside the brethren I could request. So why are you stationed more specifically? From the way most of my days go, you'd think I was here to row with Blood Chanters and Scarlet Furies. But my post is to represent the disfavored interest before Fifth Eye and the Scarlet Choruses for Iron Marshal Runius. Not that I've gotten to do either in so much as the last span. Had they been cooperative? You sound frustrated. I am. He tips his helm back and have to spit at the ground. You try having to fist fuck every Fury who wants to talk to you. And that's after I try to talk them down. It's a Kairos damn mess. Right. Well, you have fun with that then. Oh. Damn it, I missed their exchange. I'll have to read what she said in post. But apparently Barrack here didn't like it. Raw meat. Vitality. Sure. Okay. So we have... What? Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens his posture and smiles. What an honor! The name Snigler Dagos. That's unfortunate. Originally from the relative tranquility of the Northern Empire, I have since accepted a nomadic life for the sake of keeping Kairos' forces supplied with only the finest goods, local and imported. He winced a little. It's not much, but let me know if you see anything that piques your interest. I'll probably... Ooh. This front glows with warmth trapped from the Edict of Fire. How it contains the heat without being consumed is a mystery. Plus 10 control fire. Well, if I was a mage, that'd be fun. I'm not, though. Poison... Staggering burn? Targets on unweapon crit for plus 40 armor corrode. Oh. Envenoms injured foes, dealing substantial... Oh, okay. It deals with this poison, specifically for targeting enemy soldiers who abandon combat to tend to their wounds. Ew. Over time, any flesh exposed to the poison necrotizes. Ew. An affliction that spreads and may require invasive removal. The only caveat is the poison doesn't easily take to the victim's blood and requires a particularly vicious injury to deliver any success. Okay, so I guess if on weapon crit, yeah. So I would either need to like try maybe inflicting like successfully inflicting like an attack that uses or that inflicts wounds. Maybe that would help. But okay, cool. I don't really have the money for any of this though, even though the armor does look tempting. But right, okay. This threadbare tent shows signs of hard use and long-term exposure to the elements. Let's talk to you. Fifth Eye. The binder of Tunon arrives. Squealing with teenager's timber, the Fifth Eye's voice makes your gun... So he has a really high-pitched voice then, I guess. Oh, cool. Makes your gums twitch and your fingernails feel in need of a trim. Okay. And we just finished having a bit of sport with some captives. But worry not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. Dressed in the bronze and red regalia of the Crimson Spears, the Fifth Eye beckons you to stand close, wagging a blood-spattered glove. The what exactly? The person guarded the voice in North. These tough enforcers of the Corsairs are only the Arcana's secrets, and all gang members must follow their orders. Gang members. As if they were the words of the Archon secrets himself. In contrast to the poorly-equipped mobs they command, the Crimson Spears are armed with fine bronze and rigorous training. And their skills are regularly tested by rivals for their status. The Scarlet Chorus, even the top gang leaders, must be ready to prove their strength if they wish to lead. Right. Okay. Continue. Now that you have issued this edict and doomed us all to die, have you come to help us climb out of this hole? Chirps of laughter emanate from under his mask. Senior words for battle, not here to follow your every order, but we only need to work to this edict. How does the camp respond to the edict? With mewling, bawling, and the occasional orgy. I mean, sure, if I learn that we're probably gonna die in a few days. All the sex I can get! Frequent vomitous, shrill tittering laughter escapes from under his mask. The bloodlust is there, but so is the fear of failure. Should our glorious horde fail to overrun the Citadel, we will surely all perish. I mean, I don't see the disfavored pulling their weight. I trust you're getting your warriors ready for battle. Not here to fight. Right. We know the Oathbreakers are focused in the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned this is not their only nest. The fifth eye wags a hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure. Given their pattern of tactics, they must have a second group maintaining camp here in the Outer Valley, and unless we deal with the second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river. You know, you've how large a force, and for all these weeks you've let the enemy move freely through the valley. The favorite thing you can't control your horde, and that many are defecting back to the Avenging Guard. They do think that. Wrong, and perhaps he gestures with his spear in an arc toward the sprawling camp. It is no mean feat to herd this many desperate lives. For every 2 hands of humanity, there is at least 1 finger that snapped from the stress of our ways. A few have been lost in the margins, I won't deny that. But if you store grain, expect some rat feces. If you lead killers, expect some desertion. Does he help any of these Oathbreakers? Yes, let's go straight to the point. And while a good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is not to kill them, but to add their strength to ours. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she can lead us to the Avenging Guard's secondary camp, though there are shreds of deception in her voice. Right, so probably a trap. Or at the very least, most likely a trap. I could use your help question this Varia Kell. Perhaps you'll get less screams and tears and more useful information out of her. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try to take their captain and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus. I will speak with the prisoner. Why not just ask the Archon of Secrets? I thought he could interrogate anything. He's probably busy with more important matters, like dealing with the war effort as a whole. I don't belong with the Archon. Alright, what's my help worth? I'm not a mercenary. Are a few more conscripts going to change anything at this point? Was just kill them? I'll do it because I'm interested. I will meet you there. She's waiting with the other prisoners. Interrogate Varia. Right, what time is it? I'll do that in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm still enjoying this game a lot. And I'll see you in the next episode. We do our little interrogation. Choirman, not the fate binder, speak of the catch of the day. Right, pause. I should learn to pause every time I want to do this. Okay, like I said, see you next time.